Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, I know, not too much on me. I apologize for not being consistent. I just been very busy with finals and moving back home and stuff. So, in honor of that, it's graduation season, high school graduations, exciting opportunities for others, such as college. So, as an upcoming junior slash senior myself, I say that because I'm an incoming junior, but with my credits, I'll be a senior earlier and I'll graduate earlier. But um, as an upcoming junior slash senior, I was like, why not give a few tips to incoming college freshmen just to help out and, ease your minds. Because I know it's a very stressful time and it can be very overwhelming. And I know I was overwhelmed my freshman year of college. So I just want to help out and give some tips. So I wrote down a few tips on my note app so that I didn't miss anything. And I say that, but I know I probably will still miss some things. But we're just gonna get right into it. So yeah. So the first tip that I want to give you guys, or to my fellow incoming freshmen, college freshmen, is go to every class. I know people make it seem like, oh, this teacher doesn't really teach. I'm not gonna go to class, or he doesn't take attendance, I'm not going to class. Or you might follow in certain crowds, you might meet certain people, have certain friends, you might follow them, like, oh, they're not going to class, so I'm not going to class. But no, go to class, because I promise you it's helpful. I feel, because I know with me, a lot of the times the professors just read off the slides, so it kind of defeats the purpose of you going to class, because they'll post it anyway. So you may feel like you may just be teaching yourself, and that's one thing I realized with college. Sometimes it feels like you just have to teach yourselves. It just feels like the teachers aren't really in it anymore for some reason. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but that's how I feel it is. But I would say just go to every class, because you don't want to miss it that one day and then all of a sudden the teacher decides to take attendance. And not to mention, with a lot of professors, half your grade or 5% of your grade, even more, it depends. Some professors make it less, some professors make it more. One professor might say your attendance is 5% of your grade, the other might say it's 50% of your grade. Go to class, because you don't want to miss one day and now you're all of a sudden you're failing class. You had an A at the beginning, you missed one day, and now you got a D. Go to class, because I promise you it'll be helpful. So that's tip number one. And so the second tip I want to give is to have good time management. Just manage your time wisely. Yes, I know it's exciting, the freedom that you have in college to just do whatever you want, but just remember why exactly you're there. You're there for that degree, not to be up in them streets. You're there to get the degree. And just stay focused, don't get sidetracked. I'm not saying you can't have fun, that's the point of college, but I'm saying be smart about it, and just remember to prioritize your schoolwork, because that's why you're there. And you're not paying tens of thousands of dollars to goof off in school. You're there to get that degree and make something out of your life, not just waste money down the drain. So yeah. And then, number three, not everyone is your friend. And I mean this with everything in me. Not everyone is your friend. Some people have ill intentions, or some people will put on a facade to make you think they're a certain person. In reality, they're two-faced. They're not who they think you are. And I've had to learn this the hard way. I've learned this too. Not everybody is a friend. Don't put trust in anybody. If a person shows you their true colors, believe them. They're not lying. They're showing you for a reason. Don't just brush it off. And I'm the type of person where I am very forgiving and I believe in second chances, but no, no. Just need to nip that. Just don't engage with it. Don't acknowledge it. As soon as you see the red flag, one, do not wait for a red flag 2 through 27 or 2 through 1,000. As soon as you see the first flag, just leave, because trust me, it's going to save yourself a lot of pain. It's going to save yourself a lot of negative. You just don't need the negative energy in your life. And trust me, it just doesn't help. It just makes things a lot worse. So not everybody is your friend. And also, don't just go telling anybody your business, because like I said, not everyone is your friend, and they could probably use that against you or just try and harm you in any way. So I would say just be wary of that. That's all I'm going to say. You can make friends. I would say you can have a good friend, you can have a nice friend group, but I wouldn't say surround yourself with a whole lot of people, because, like I said, not everybody is your friend and not everybody has good intentions towards you. So just keep that in mind. Another thing I want to say is, yes, I know when you go to college, you're bound to go to college parties or get-togethers or whatever, hangouts. But I would say for not even just women but guys as well, go in groups. Never go by yourself. Is extremely dangerous. And the people that you go with, make sure you leave with, and just make sure you trust them, and they're a trusted group of people that you feel comfortable with and you feel like will have your back in case of an emergency, or make sure you're safe in any circumstances. Don't just go with somebody that you feel will just leave you there. Just be careful. Yeah, so that's the other tip. So another tip I want to have, or I want to say, is to this now's your time to explore, make connections, join groups, join organizations, join clubs. You can do all of that. And that's actually one thing I kind of regret not doing my freshman year. My freshman year, I was about my schoolwork and making friends, but that's one thing I didn't do, which was join a lot of clubs and groups. Only because it's kind of hard for me to find out about them, because I wasn't really following the organizations or clubs or groups on any social medias, and I just really wasn't hearing about it. But then I just forced myself to follow my school on social media, and I have ears from like other people, other friends, and I've heard from a friend and I've heard from other people about certain clubs. So just make sure you're doing your research, joining clubs, so you're just not overwhelming yourself with a bunch of work and just sitting around doing absolutely nothing and being bored. And I just be productive is all I'm trying to say. Just be extremely productive. I'm not saying you can't relax. Of course you can relax, you can enjoy time to yourself. That's another thing. Prioritize time for yourself as well. And don't just drown yourself in work, but also make sure you're being productive and not. It's okay to be lazy sometimes, but don't just push it all to the side or disregard it. But that's one thing I wish I did, would have joined clubs sooner. So yeah. Um oh, another thing I want to say is don't underestimate the workload of college. You might get to college and might think it's high school, like, oh, I already know how to handle this. I know what's going on. Like, I already know what to expect. But baby, let me tell you, the way I have had 1 to 2 exams almost every single week, on top of quizzes, discussion posts. I don't even want to talk about discussion posts, but yes, quizzes, exams, discussion posts, um, even like on other website homework assignments or exams, quizzes, and even just regular classwork in general. It's a lot of material, and just make sure you put aside time to study, because I feel like that's one of the ways to really help you pass your classes, is to put aside time to study. Don't just like go to class and then just never look at that material again until the next class. To make it easier for you to remember, I would say as soon as you're done with an assignment, just review it for like 30 minutes to an hour afterwards, just so it's fresh in your brain. And then you're remembering as you go on and not scrambling to cram everything in all at once for an exam, if you guys know what I'm saying. But just don't underestimate it. It's a lot. It's a lot. And on top of that, it depends on how many classes you take too. Because I took six classes once. Fall semester, sophomore year, I took 6 classes, and it was a lot, especially since like you had multiple exams within 1 week. Because I know midterms, a lot of exams were in the same week, and finals, the exams were in the same week. So just set aside time to study for each and every class. So I would say don't bite off more than you can chew. So don't take as many classes. Don't take a lot of classes that you know you're not gonna be able to actually focus and prioritize. That's all I'm trying to say. So yeah. Okay. I've touched on this before, but also I want to say another thing is give yourself grace. And I've had to learn this too, because I'm a perfectionist, and if I get anything less than an A, I'm crying. Yes, I know, call me dramatic, I don't really care, but that's just the type of person that I am. So I would say I've had to learn that C's get degrees too. It's okay if you don't get the grade you want. It's not the end of the world. It may be upsetting, but it's not the end of the world. I would say don't use it as a setback. Use it as motivation to do better. And yeah, so that's just me. I'm just telling you guys that getting a low grade, still passing, but it may not be the best grade, but at least you passed. At least you didn't fail. At least you passed the class. So I would just say, if you do end up not getting the grade you want, just take a deep breath, relax, calm down, do something to make you feel better, and then use that as motivation to study harder to get that grade that you want. Because college is hard. I'm pretty sure everybody would have a degree if it was easy. and, well, affordable for one thing. But if it was easy, everybody would have a college degree. It's not meant to be easy, it's meant to challenge you. So just give yourself grace. It's okay. You can always do better the next time. Okay. And one of like the last things that I want to touch upon is stand up for yourself. And especially for like, I want to say any schools in general, but especially HBCUs, you really have to stand up for yourself. A lot of them will try to take advantage of you financially and emotionally. So they'll try and brush you off. So for instance with me, I will message about financial aid and how they would like to, play with your money. 1 minute you owe this amount, the next minute you owe 10,000 more than the original amount. The money's coming out of nowhere. They're making no excuses. You email them, they brush you off, say they're gonna look into it, and they never do. You get in contact with them, and then all of a sudden they don't have a number anymore, so you can't even contact them. It's ridiculous. So I would say you just really have, if you really want to get your point across, and if you really want them to listen to you and take you seriously and you want them to know you're not playing, you have to stay on top of them. So I don't care if you think you're annoying, be annoying. Be annoying, be obnoxious, be whatever you have to be, so they know that you're not playing and they can't just walk all over you. So that's what I want to say to that. And I can go on and on about that, but yes, a lot of these HBCUs would like to play in your face and they like to take money from you. No, we're not having that over here, and I don't want anyone else to. College is already stressful as it is, financially as well. So them trying to take more money from you, don't let them stress you out. Just stand up for yourself and do what you got to do. If you have to take legal action, go ahead and do it because it's your money. They don't have rights to that. Don't let them play in your face. That's all I'm trying to say. Do not let them play in your face. And also, keep receipts. Keep receipts. If your balance says one thing and you have like the breakdown of how much you owe, take a picture. Take a picture. So if they change it, then you can show, if they change it, you can show them like, no, I owe this amount. This is a breakdown. Why is this more? I know when I had to pay, my housing was like 6,000 or something. Well, 5,000 one semester, and they said they're not gonna raise the tuition for like the next semesters and years, and all of a sudden they raised housing by another $1,000, and they increased the price of the meal plan a month before summer break and before school ends, which makes absolutely no sense. So I'm just saying, be wary of that. They will try and play in your face with money, but just be very cautious and be alert. Just be careful. Another thing, stay aware of your surroundings. People are crazy these days. You need some pepper spray, get you some pepper spray. You need some mace, get you some mace. You need a taser, get you a taser. So just, especially for my women, always have some type of weapon on you. Never go anywhere by yourself. I don't care if you're just walking to the dining hall. Don't go by yourself. I don't go anywhere by myself unless I necessarily have to. I'm not saying, no, this is not me saying like be dependent on other people. This is me just saying you can be independent and do things you want on your own. But I just feel like it's better if you go in groups because, it's dangerous and it's a lot safer to just go in groups than to go by yourself. So yeah, that's what I want to say. I feel like I'm missing other things that I want to say. I'm definitely missing other things. But I feel like they're going to pop in my head after this video. But it's okay. So that's all I just wanted to say. Those are just a few tips. And let me know if you guys want me to give advice to incoming high school freshmen, because it's a lot of advice I can give to that. And yeah, so let me know if you guys want to see any other videos. I'll be happy to give you more videos, So thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you want, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.